Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hi guys, today we are going to be trying a different brand of DTF direct to film powder and film. And so this is the image that we're going to be using. This is an image that I created using the Discord server for Midjourney. And then I added the words, "The cat's out the bag." So anytime you're doing DTF, you want to make sure that you mirror your image. So we're going to go ahead and get this mirrored. So I'm just going to click on the image and then I'm going to flip horizontal, just like that. All right, so now that we have our image and the mirror position, we can go ahead and print. So I'm going to go File, Print, and I'm going to be using, this time, I'm going to be using my Sublimation printer. So I'm using the Epson Workforce 7720. And we're going to change our settings here. I'm using paper cassette 1 and letter size. And we're going to make sure that the more settings is all the way over to quality. And then under here, we're going to make sure under more options that we choose the output as 8.5 by 11 as well. And we're good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to come up on screen so we can see if this film will fit into my printer without any problems. So give me one moment here. All right, guys, this is, I have to use my headset because my speakers are acting up. So this is the film, DTF transfer film that I'm using, and it tells you that all print sides are placed uniformly facing up, touched by hand. The non-printing side is smoother than the printing side. So it's really pretty much like most of the DTF films I've come across. You have a matte and a glossy side, which is what I'm hearing here. So you have the glossy side here, and then you have the matte side. So when I put it into my printer, I want to make sure that I have the matte side facing down and the glossy side up, because when it goes into the printer, it's going to feed like that. So it's going to actually print on, you always want to print on that matte side. If you put the ink on the glossy side, it's going to smudge and smear off and it's not going to work properly. So you can't really, you probably can't really tell that there's a gloss, but there is a gloss on there. So I'm going to go ahead and place this into my sublimation printer. And again, we're going to print with the glossy side up. Give me one second here. Alrighty. So let me just make sure I didn't make no mistakes. Yep, glossy. All right, glossy side up, matte side facing down. Now, I've not tried this, I don't think, in the sublimation printer to see if it's going to recognize. If it doesn't recognize, then we'll add the paper and the tape on it, but we're going to see what happens first. So let me go back to PowerPoint, which is where I'm printing from because I don't want to have to worry about any registration marks. All right, it seems that it picked it up, guys, without having to add any paper on there or any tape or anything. So it's picking up just like when I use the Yamation brand film. And so far it looked like the Welacer, and this is the name, guys, just in case I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but it's Welacer. This is the powder, and I bought me another container, so I'm going to pour this into my container because that way I don't have to worry about the cleanup and using a piece of paper or something to pour it out on every time. So I'm going to show you the containers that I get from Walmart, and they're about $10, a little bit over $10. But I have them for my Yamation, and so now I'm going to be adding the Welacer. So I'll label this one so that I'll know which brand I'm working with. Look like it's coming out really pretty. Cat's out the bag, y'all. And you want to make sure you don't touch the ink, guys, when it comes out. So I'm going to make sure that I do not put my hands on this ink. Oh, the colors are so vibrant already. And I haven't even added any heat to it. Oh, it's so pretty. All righty. Be very careful. Do not touch it. Look at that. Cat's out the bag. Oops, missed a little part right there. It like pulled closer to this side, so I don't have my full the. I don't like that because this turned out so pretty. Aww. All right, guys. I'm going to have to reprint this baby because this is too pretty to have half of the T. If you guys can see what I'm talking about, even though it shows on my screen that I have the in there all the way. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit to make sure that I get all of the in there. And I'm gonna reprint. Let me get another sheet of this film. And guys, they have the instructions on here for those of you that are new to the DTF, so that's really good. I love when you get product and it has the instructions for you because sometimes people just automatically assume that we know this stuff and we may not, or we may not use it for a while and then we pick it up and we have to, again, you want to make sure your shiny side, the glossy side is up. But people assume that we know how to use this stuff. And after you haven't used some things for a while, the instructions on there is always a good refresher. All right, we're going to print this again and hopefully we get all of our tea in there this time. I don't have to worry about the settings and all that good stuff. But man, it turned out so pretty. Oh my God. Cat's out the bag. So I'm going to go ahead and trash this one because because we can't use it. Let's see on here. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. I'm going to go ahead and show you the container that I'm using. Give me 1 second. I was about to start talking without my headphones, and then you wouldn't be able to hear me. This is the container that I get at Walmart. It's a cake and cupcake carrier, and so it's large enough that even if I went with a larger print, I would still be able to get this in here without having to shake it out on a piece of paper. And what I do is I just take the little cupcake, because it comes with the cupcake holder. So I just take this out, and then I'll just pour my powder directly in. And sometimes I keep this just to scoop. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour the powder into here. So I don't want to stir it up so that I start smelling and breathing that stuff in. All right, and then I just take and put my lid back on. Now later I'll make a label for this to indicate that this is the Welacer, because I already have 2 containers like this for the animation, and so I want to make sure that I don't confuse them. So I'll just put like a little label right here to indicate that this is the Welacer. Now it doesn't say if this is medium fine or anything like that, because the animation, I know that it comes in different types. So they tell us to hot press at 300 degrees for 10 to 20 seconds and bake at 270. So I'm going to go ahead and get my convection oven started for 270. And here is our print. So now we got all of the cats out the bag. Okay, you guys can see that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this thing powdered up. So hopefully you guys can see me here, because I'm not going to go over to the table. I'm just going to do it from right here. All right. So we're just going to take our film and place it in there. And I'm going to take and just sprinkle this on top. And you don't have to use a lot, guys. And the main thing is to make sure, guys, that you get it coated properly. You want to cover all of the ink. You don't want any of the ink to not be coated. So it's going to look like a little sugary substance on it, and you're coating the side with the ink. Now, some people may say, well, why do you have to tell us that? We already know that. Everything is not always easy to understand. So hopefully you guys can see it is powdered, and it is beautiful. It's beautiful, y'all. All right. So now that I have that coated, I'm going to go ahead and get my convection oven. I'm going to put it at 270. And you guys are going to see how fast this thing is going to cure, or cure this powder. I always coat and cure twice. You don't have to do that. That's just my thing. We're putting this on a 100% cotton t-shirt, guys. So there we have it. I'm going to close this back up. Close back up. And now we're going to go to the convection oven. And we're going to go ahead and get this cured, okay? So I'm going to take you over to the convection oven. Alright guys, so I have now my coated image. I'm going to go ahead and place this into the convection oven. I'm just going to place a piece of paper on the bottom. Just like that. And I'm going to place it into the convection oven. And it is not going to take long, guys. It's already at the 270. And I have my glove here, because it's going to be hot when I take it out. It's going to be hot, y'all. All right. Watching it cook. Okay. A little bit on the top. Alrighty. That looks good. I'm going to show it to you here. You want to cook it until it no longer has that sugar looking coating, but it has more of a melted sugar coating. I'm going to coat one more time. And again, guys, you don't have to coat twice. It's just my thing. I got in the habit of coating twice, and it's just stuck with me from the first time that I did this. So I always coat twice. So I'm putting this back into the powder, and I'm going to put the Welacer powder on it one more time. To me, it's just another precaution or step or measurement, whatever you want to call it, to ensure that it holds up for a long time. Because we don't want to put all this time and effort into it, and then, you know, after 10 washes, the image is gone or starts fading or anything like that. Not that I've experienced that, guys, with mine. All right. Now I have coated it again. It's coated again. So now I'm going to put it right back into my convection oven, and it's going to be just a hot second, guys. It's not going to take long at all. And I'm going to go ahead and close my powder back up. And again, we're going to be putting this on white t-shirt. Right here. Cotton t-shirt, cotton tee. And I love using the convection oven for the DTF because it makes the curing process or the baking process so much easier. Alright, there we have it. You guys can see it. It is cured for the second time. It has that kind of wet kind of look to it. Okay. I'll cut that off. And now I'm going to cut on my heat press. And according to according to the instructions here, it says to press this now that we have cured it, to press it at 302 for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, 302 for 10 to 15 seconds. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow their instructions. Now, one of the things I do want to say, guys, is that I follow the same steps as if I am going to sublimate, which is to lint roll my shirt, lint roll, and to also to heat press it for 5 seconds to get out any moisture. So we're gonna do that. I probably should take this shirt back to Walmart because it's got some stains on it. Y'all see that? I'm gonna put this one back in the bag and take it back. Let me check my other one and see if this got any stains on it, because I just took the ticket thing off there. So we're gonna put that back over there. We're gonna use this one instead. I don't want no shirt with no stains on it. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to press this for about 5 seconds to get out any moisture. We're going to lint roll it. Actually, we can lint roll first. All right. Let me get my lint roller together here. All right, just going to lint roll this. Alrighty. Here we go. And once you get that lint roll, we're going to heat press it. Once my heat press gets a little warm here, you can tell it's not super warm because I'm able to touch it, but it is warming up. And once it gets to a decent temperature, I'll go ahead and lint roll, not lint roll it, but heat press for about 5 seconds to get out any moisture. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to come back when we're ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, we're going to get started back up here. I'm going to go ahead and press this for about 5 seconds. And that's just to get out any moisture that's in the shirt. And let me get my Teflon sheet. I always like to cover and protect my heat press. So we have our image here. I always cut off the bottom part if I see any dripping of the ink. We're going to place this right in the center. That looks good right there. And then we are going to cover that. Now the Welacer says that you can do a hot or a cold peel. I'm a little iffy on a hot peel because I haven't found good results with a hot peel when it comes to DTF. But I'll try it and see what happens. You know, stranger things have happened. So I got about 10 more degrees before this is at actually 150 Celsius, the 302 Fahrenheit. So we're going to give it a little bit more time and then we'll come back and we'll go ahead and press it. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and press this for 15 seconds. And and we're going to attempt to do a hot peel. If I see where it's not coming out like I should, I'm going to let it cool. Okay, but we'll start out trying to do a hot peel, as they say, hot or cold peel with their DTF film. All right. Some people say trust the process. Nope. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that at all. So I don't think a hot peel is the way to go. I want to let it cool down after this, and then I'll do a cold peel. I just wanted to tap it on that little side that I pulled up. So I'm going to let this cool down, and then I will come back and do the reveal. All right, so we'll be back. All right, guys, it's been about 5 minutes. I took it off the press and kind of fanned it a little bit to try to get it to cool down. We're going to go ahead and do our peel. All right. There it is. There it is, guys. So I always like to go in, guys, and do one more hit on it, just to make sure that my colors stay longer. So I'm just going to put this Teflon sheet over it, and I'm going to hit it one more time. I'm going to press it one more time, and then we'll be done. We'll talk about the pros and the cons and all that good stuff. Alrighty. And there we have it. Let's turn it around this way. This is the Welacer DTF powder and film that was used here. So I'm going to pause you. I'm going to move you over so we can talk about the pros and cons and wrap this video up. All right, guys. So again, here is our shirt completed using the Welacer DTF film and powder, and it turned out beautiful and very vibrant. I'm using Sublimation, not inkjet. So again, this is the DTF transfer film, and this was the bag the powder was in, but you saw me put the powder inside of the cupcake carrier that I get from Walmart. I think it's just easier to keep your DTF film in something like that, guys, rather than to have it in the bag and have to pour it out and then take the paper and pour it back in. You know what I'm talking about. So pros and cons. I think everything worked as I'm used to with like the Yamation. The only big thing I saw was that it didn't seem to really want to pull. I saw a lot of ink being left behind when I attempted to do a hot peel. So I wouldn't recommend a hot peel, guys. I let it cool down, and even though it still felt like it had a little resistance, the ink came off. I mean, the ink didn't stay behind on the film. It came off on the shirt. Okay. You guys saw me do, you didn't see one of them, but I did coat and cure twice. I do that with all of the DTF. For me, it's just another second step to make sure that the process holds up on that 100% cotton t-shirt, as this is a 100% cotton t-shirt. So that's pretty much it. Everything else worked just like they say per their instructions that are on the back of their film. So this is another brand that I would say you could try. If you can't get a hold of the Yamation, then you could also try the Welacer. I will link it on the description for my Amazon store. I'll put it in the description where you can get this particular brand. Okay, So now you saw me try the Yamation, you saw me try the Welacer. The next time I'm going to try A-Sub again. So far, both the Yamation and the Welacer both fed into my sublimation printer without having to add any paper or any painter's tape at the top, because sometimes if your printer doesn't recognize the weight of the film, then you can put a piece of paper on there and then tape it down with a piece of painter's tape to hold it in place, and then put it back into your printer and it should feed fine. I haven't had that issue with the Yamation or the Welacer. So I'm going to try the A-Sub. I think I tried the A-Sub once before and I could not get that film to go through. But I'm going to try it again. And after I go back to Walmart and get another 100% cotton t-shirt, because the other one had some stains on it, because I was going to do it after this, right after this video, but now I need to get another white shirt. That's 100% cotton. But this is sublimation ink that I'm using, guys, not inkjet, okay? But I have tested the process with Yamation on inkjet, and it does work, and it does hold up to washing. Check my previous videos that I did about a week or so ago where I did the Yamation again, and I also washed the shirt, so you can see the results there. But other than that, guys, that is it. Again, this image I created using the Discord server for Midjourney, and then I added the words. Everything I did in Microsoft PowerPoint after I brought my image in. I did not use Cricut Design Space or Silhouette Studio because I don't want to have to worry about additional ink being taken up with those registration marks. So I just took this into PowerPoint. Other than that, that's it. So if you have any questions about this process, guys, again, you don't have to cure and coat and cure twice. You can do once. Again, I like to do 2 times. That's just my experience. But those colors are popping. Tell me what you think in the comments. All right, guys, if you're currently in my Facebook group, Ken Doris's Cricut and Creative Crafters, I want to thank you guys so much for the love and support that you show via Facebook. If you would like to join my Facebook group, it is Ken Doris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. I will link it in the description of this video. All you have to do is click on that link and agree to the Facebook group rules, and you're in, just like that. If you're currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to thank you guys so much for the love and support that you show via YouTube. And if you are seeing me for the first time, you like my method of teaching, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And please tell others. Please tell others. So today ends a contest that I have going on for my YouTube channel. Today is the last day. I'm not going to state which video, but there is a video that I tell you the rules for the contest, and today is the last day. You could be the lucky winner of some inkjet sublimation HTV, where you can use it on light or dark colors. And it's very hard, guys, to get a hold of this stuff. It is very hard to get a hold of this right here. This is inkjet sublimation, and you see it says light and dark colors. I absolutely love this stuff. I have this size. I have the A3 and the A4. So this is the A4. I also have the A3 in the larger size. But you could be the lucky winner of 20 sheets of the inkjet sublimation, so you can try it yourself. All right. So again, I'm not going to tell you what video it is. You have to find which video it is and then follow the instructions per that video to get yourself entered into that contest. All right. All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And you guys know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. Welacer, DTF film, and powder. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good day.